today we're going to be showing you something different, how you can be generating business from information. If somebody says to you, I don't want to give you a listing, the question is, what do you do about that? And today's presentation webinar is going to show you how to do more business this next year than you can. It's amazing the business that's going on. What's exciting about the app, you do not have to be a member of ICIWorld to make money with all the information that's on ICIWorld. And I'm going to show you how every one of you can be making money, even starting later on today if you really wanted to. There's a way to do it, and I'll show you that in a moment here. But I'm going to put my other phone right on the internet right now, and you're going to see my mobile phone, and I want every one of you to install the ICIWorld app. Is there anybody that cannot install the ICIWorld app on their phone? Let me know, because if you can't, you can just type in WREILS.com into a browser, open up your phone, and you can actually get started. And so I'm going to actually put my phone online right now. You're going to see that my phone's going to come online, and we're going to show you how you can be making money online here. Now, so I thought it was for 6 p.m. Okay. All right. And let me see if I can go back here. Now, can everybody, I'm going to switch the computer to my phone here, see if I can do this. It's very slow. I can see that right now on the internet. Anytime we do these sessions, we're going to be suggesting that we do these sessions later on, or first thing in the morning actually, because it will come through a little louder and clearer. This is one of our newer services called ILS.Real Estate. And if you see in the middle of the screen, you'll see search ILS.Real Estate. I'm making it a little bigger. So this is working better than the app at the moment for some reason. I have lots of tools here. It's kind of like the information tools we are supplying for the whole real estate industry is like buying tools at Canadian Tire or Home Depot, and you have a bunch of tools to do carpentry work or gardening. These are tools for a broker's information toolbox. What you do if you want to go there, you open, say, Google Chrome, something like that, and then up at the top, you type ILS.Real Estate, and then you hit go, and bingo, it should bring up this site. Now, the beauty of this is you can set it as a shortcut. You'll see 3 little dots at the top right-hand corner. I'm going to click on those 3 little dots at the top right-hand corner. I'll show them to you again. 3 little dots at the right-hand corner. I'm going to click on it. And then you're going to see something that says add to home screen here. It says open ILS.Real Estate. You put it on your home screen, and the one that is on the home screen was this one here. I'm going to move it down here, and I'm going to move it back just to show you that it's a shortcut. That's different from an app at the top. An app uses resources on your phone, and a lot of people's, our marketing plan for you, what I'm getting at and why this is so important for everyone listening is because over the next year, I'm going to ask you all a question, and I'm going to ask you, and there's a little poll that I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask you to answer yes or no in this poll. I'm going to ask a question. Would it be great for every single customer that you have to have your mobile website on all of your customers' phones? Would it be great to have your website on all the phones of all your customers? Wow, every single person has answered, and guess what? Let me close it. And it's 100% of everyone agrees. So what I'm showing you now is the difference between a shortcut and fact, let me just move this down here out of the way, and I'm going to move my shortcut right up there. Hang on one second. At the top right corner is the app, people. Just to the left of that is the shortcut. You would never know the difference. And I'm suggesting that each one of you have your mobile website is a shortcut. Everybody can put your website on their phone as a shortcut. Some people might not want to do it because they think it's an app. It's not an app. An app uses resources and can make people's phones drain down. But you tell everyone it's a shortcut, and then people can open the shortcut on your phone. Now, if somebody happens to, let's say, uh, one of these websites here are home life websites. This is a home life real estate presentation today, and I want to thank you for inviting us to come into today's session. I'm going to click on Harjeet Khalsa for inviting us, and I want to click on a sample website for home life. And isn't this wonderful the way it comes up on the screen? So people can search real estate on their mobile phone on your website. This particular website happens to be an income website, and ICIWorld is an official distributor of the income website. In other words, you can get the income website directly from us. It includes our education, it includes our setup, and it includes support for the website. Now, everyone can search MLS real estate on all real estate board websites. But when I click on the hamburger button, now people say, what is the hamburger button? The hamburger button is the three little lines at the top right-hand corner that you'll see up there. And I'm going to click on those three little lines. And you'll see that this information comes up. There's a little you can see all the headings of what's there. Now, we know we can search MLS, but I'm not going to take time to do that right now. What I want to show you is what a lot of brokers do not have, and you would never know it if we didn't point it out. This website has exclusives. If you look down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the eighth one down says exclusives. I'm going to click on that, and look at that, people. All the brokers in the industry do not have that. Only about 2,000 out of 44,000 have the exclusive listings on their website. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on World Residential, one of the first buttons, and you're going to see coming up on the screen the World Residential 50% exclusive. Most brokers don't have this, but you can have this, and it's so reasonable to have it. If anybody wants to know the price, put the question in the questions box on the right-hand side, not you, Doris or Diana, or not you, Harjit, because I know you can do it. I would like the audience that's listening in say, how much is it to get it? If you type that in the question box, I will answer it. I'm getting you to use the system that we're teaching all of this stuff on. So if you type in the question, how much does it cost to get this? I will answer it. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and do a search for Canada. I'm going to do a search for Ontario. I'm going to do a search for Greater Toronto Area. And a lot of people today are from the Mississauga area, and I'm going to do a search for Mississauga. These listings are all coming from ICIWorld, what I'm about to show you. These are special widgets that we install on all websites. There's 32 different website companies that are out there, and we actually install these widgets on all the websites. And why are they so important? You're about to see the people that are here. I'm going to click on Search Database down at the bottom, the very last button on the form. I just clicked on it, and look at that. Coming for sale. This is not on a real estate board right now. This is coming for sale. The second one is a want. There's the third one, student housing. The fourth and fifth one is a want. And then you see these other ones coming in down here. Now, all of these listings have been placed by several hundred members of the ICIWorld Society of Real Estate Brokers and Salespeople. And all of these listings are less than 90 days old, every single one. In other words, this is important for two reasons. If you're a member, you have to make sure you keep your listings less than 90 days old. There's a responsibility on the part of the whole industry to keep their information up to date. And secondly, If you have listings over 90 days old, they are not being displayed on our mobile apps. So yes, we have some members that are not making money. One of the reasons is they're not keeping their information up to date. You should be modifying your listing every 30 to 60 days and never ever let your listings go longer than 90 days old. And when people give us a chance to help them, and we have a special pledge for every member, you should never ever go longer than 90 days without either doing a deal or triggering leads, or give us a call. And we find things like listings that are older than 90 days old. And we find them sometimes in wrong categories and different things. And when we fix some of these things, all of a sudden, people start to get their calls. Now I'm going to click on the first one. And you notice I can't do it. So I have a question, people. If this is your website and people cannot click on that message number, they have to call this particular person. And if this is your website, they have to call you. Do you understand? So I'm going to ask you a question here. Does everyone understand that? 1 second here. Where's the poll here? Hang on. Questions. Oh, there's the poll there. Okay. Does everyone agree or disagree that you're the only one that's going to get the call because nobody can click on these? And do you agree that that's fantastic? In other words, if you have this on your website, no matter which website company you have, if you have these listings on your website, people have to call you on these listings because they can't click on it. Do you agree or disagree? There we go. We're getting 100% responses that everyone agrees. This is fantastic. This has not been done before by any other service in the business. Now, let me close this website. Hang on. And I'm going to open up another website that is a home life website. There's another website that people can have. They're all pretty websites, very nice. These websites, by the way, are normally $50 a month, $49 a month to get. But we have them for $34.95. We've negotiated a rate for all our several hundred members. Now, I'm going to click on the menu bar. We can call it the hamburger bun. There it is. And you'll see the choices that are on the screen. You might have to get close to the screen to see it. But you'll see that there's a button called Exclusives. I'm going to click on that. So can you imagine, you can have customers, you could be talking to a lawyer, to the owner of a restaurant, to the owner of a hotel, and you could say, listen, if I could bring you a buyer that would give you the price you wanted for your hotel, would you consider selling? And the owner might say, no, not at this time, but I'll keep your business card. And if I'm interested, I'll give you a call. Or they might say, sure, you bring me in $4.2 million and I'll sell it today. My question to each and every one of you, could each and every one of you call a restaurant owner today and ask them, if I could bring you a buyer, would you consider selling? Could you call the owner of a hotel, a motel, a gas station, a restaurant, a submarine sandwich place, fast food, pizzas? Could you ask anybody today? And I'm going to ask and poll a question to you. 1 second, please. I just want to make sure that everyone understands this. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Do you agree or disagree that you could actually ask somebody today, if I could get you the price you wanted for your property, would you consider selling? Could you do that today before 5 o'clock if you wanted to? Could you please answer that? I'm getting 100% response rate. That is marvelous. I'm going to close that poll. Now watch this. I'm going to click on the one here that says Ontario. I'm going to actually go to I want to go to World Commercial. I've just clicked on World Commercial, and I'm going to change the have and the want, you'll see it there, to a want. I'm going to expand not just Mississauga. I'm going to take Mississauga and I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to go to the business category to business opportunities. So let's review. I'll wait till the system catches up. Up at the top, we're choosing Greater Toronto Area. We're going down to business category, and you'll see it's on business opportunities right there. I've changed it to a want. I've left it on 3 months for now. Let me explain that later. And I'm going to search the database, and I click on OK, and look at that. Over 100 buyers of hotels, motels, gas stations, mechanical shops, what else have they got here? Daycare centers. You could call today, get the, well, we used to have yellow pages in the telephone book. We don't have that anymore. You go on the internet and you can start calling people and get a list. Golf driving ranges, development sites, all kinds of properties here that people, pharmacies. If you went to a Shoppers Drug Mart today, could you ask to speak to the owner of the pharmacy? Sure you could. And ask them the same question. If I could get you the price you wanted, would you consider selling? Gas stations, hotels, plaza, look at all the buyers here today, people. And if any one of you that can hear my voice right now, whether it's now or you're listening by video later on a recording, if you have a buyer and you don't place it on ICIWorld and make yourself available for somebody to call you, shame on you. You gotta get your information activated out here on the internet where people can see it. Otherwise, people, you are a secret agent. And secret agents don't make as much money as the people that are here. Okay, so all of these buyers are here, medical buildings and everything. Now I'm going to go convenience stores. Now I'm going to start with maybe the second one right there. Somebody is looking for, right there, wanted from London to Toronto to Kingston to Sudbury, a hotel from $5 to $20 million. You have a built-in buyer. If you could find an owner today before 5 o'clock, and he says, yes, I'll sell for $4 million today if I could get a buyer, they are all suffering. They all are in distress right now. Real estate people can get this economy going again. These are the people with the money and the people that are suffering. You call them right now. And when you call them, you ask them 3 special questions. And the 3 special questions are the basis of today's session, how to work exclusive information. I will be bringing it up on the screen later. You can take a picture of it. So when somebody says, yes, I'd like to sell my hotel, motel, whatever the business is, restaurant, even a condo, and anything at all, doesn't matter, a house or for sale by owner, they're probably going to say, but I don't want to give you a listing, but if you bring me a buyer, I will pay you a commission. But I don't want to give you a listing. Now, if they give you a listing, that's wonderful. You put it on MLS if you can get it. That's the best way to sell real estate. But if you cannot get a listing, you are stuck. You just become a secret agent. You know about a property, he's willing to sell it for $4.2 million, but he doesn't want to give you a listing. So you ask him 3 questions. I'm going to say them verbally now, and then I'm going to show them in print on the screen in a moment. You ask the owner, if I brought you a buyer, would you pay me a commission? Does anybody have a problem with that question? Usually the answer is no. Would you agree or disagree? I'm not going to even poll because I already know everyone's going to answer. The second question is you ask them, will you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing once I have a buyer. So even though we are working exclusive real estate information on ICIWorld, it doesn't mean that we don't put an agreement in place first before showing the property or before divulging the address of the property to someone. And then there's a third question. You ask for verbal permission to market it, but you're going to do it without the address. And there's two reasons that you do that. One is RICO. The other one is you don't want people going behind your back directly to the owner. And I'm going to explain that and show that a little bit later in today's session. So once you get the yes, 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 you can post it on ICIWorld. You can say GTA hotel, approximately $4.2 million. You can say that today. You can put it on here. Call them at 5 o'clock and put it on at 6 o'clock today. Well, the commission on that could be $160,000. That is split. $80,000 to the listing broker, which would be you, and $80,000 to the selling broker, which would be this gentleman online. When I click on search database and I click on that, the gentleman on number 2, this second ad, that's the broker who has the buyer. You are going to be the one with the seller. You call this person up and you make arrangements to show the property. You ask your manager to help you. You ask your broker of record to help you. How do you put an exclusive agreement in place? You have the people come to your office first, sign confidentiality agreements, and the day before your showing, you go get yourself a 48-hour exclusive listing from the owner. He has already agreed verbally that he would do that for you. That was the second question. So there you go. You got a built-in buyer. You make some calls in your area and try to find somebody who's thinking of selling. Aren't they all under pressure today? Harjit, can I have you say a few words about the motivation of people today? Do you think they might consider offers today, Harjit? Are you able to come online and talk about that just a little bit? Harjit Kalsa, are you here? Can you still hear me, Doris? Hello, Doris. Oh, don't tell me.
Gary?
Oh, can you hear me okay, Doris?
Yeah, I could.
Okay, was there any interruption in our presentation or was it straight through?
It's pretty good. Very good.
Oh, I'm very surprised because yesterday it was so busy that it was hard to hear. If there's anyone, okay, thank you, Doris. If anybody wants to speak about the motivation of the owners of properties today, just put your name into the chat window and I would like to hear from you. In the questions, I think you have to put it in the questions because there is no chat window there. Just say, may I say something? And then I'd like to hear from you. If anybody has been talking to owners, if they would like to sell today, I'd like to get your feedback. Okay, so that's how you can start to make money today before 5 o'clock. Does everyone agree that you could do this if you wanted to? So my question is, could you do this today if you wanted to? Hang on one second. Do you agree or disagree that you could do this today or tomorrow or the next day if you wanted to? You can answer yes or no. Wow, we're getting 100% agreeing yes. So there's new business that you can be doing today as a result of you coming to this webinar today. You now see that you can be making money. Now, I know some of this is a little hard for some people to understand. And for that reason, we have a special training program. But just before I do, I want to show you what you all should have. And I'm going to show that now to you. One moment. I'm going to go back and show another website, just another one. Now let's try this one right here. See if this works. There's another website, and you'll see the little menu button on the far right. We call that menu button a hamburger bun. I'm going to click on the hamburger bun. And again, if you go down here, you'll see there's an exclusive button. And look at that. Now, if you have a buyer looking for an apartment building or a shopping center, you can click on Ontario Commercial. And look at that. Isn't this lovely? These are buyers. When you go on a listing presentation, you should show people the list of buyers. I'm going to click on apartment buildings for buyers. And look at that. At the top, it says there's 275 buyers for apartment buildings, income properties, right from duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, eightplexes, 10, 50, 100 units, and more. We've got it here. There's buyers here for all of this stuff. Buyers for retirement homes. And Lena, she was one, she just made a $135,000 commission selling a retirement home. Read our testimonials, people, online. And you'll see the money that can actually be made here from all these wants. But what I want to do is to go down, if you're talking to somebody, maybe a lawyer, when you pick up your commission check from a sale of a property, you ask them, do you have anybody looking to buy or, and here's a very good question for everyone. You can mark this down. You ask anybody that you meet, I'm in real estate, do you know anyone looking to buy or sell any real estate in the next 1 to 5 years? Do you know anyone who is looking to buy any kind of real estate in the next 1 to 5 years? One weekend, I did a show for the Business Exchange. There was people walking by our booth for 2 days. I got 40 haves and wants from that show. Some of them was a farmer, had $20 million in properties he told me about. We put it into database too on this service. So you can work that kind of information very, very nicely. Now, under the haves, if somebody's looking for a shopping center, most of you do not have a list of shopping centers, but now that you know this service, you can have it on your website. By the way, if you do not have a website, we can get you a website absolutely free for 1 month. And after 1 month, if you want to keep it, it is $19 per month to keep the website, no contract. Or you can pay $199 for the year. If you divide that by 12, it works out to $16.50 for a website. It's the most powerful tool of the internet. Every single one should have it. And it's mobile. It can fit on all the phones of every one of your customers. And it will have what you see on the screen, shopping centers. You show these shopping centers. Look at that. There's over 185 shopping centers from $150 million on down. You tell me if that isn't fantastic. Now I'm going to go all the way down into the $1 million, $2 million price range. And look at that. Commercial buildings, $1.35 million. Richmond Hill. You'll see all the business, all the shopping centers that are here. You are going to have them on your website. We think that's fantastic. You're going to have land. You're going to have infill sites, business opportunities, office, medical buildings, residential properties, all kinds of things on your website. I'm going to click on residential. And you'll even have, you can click on, if I was to click on Mississauga, bingo, there's homes in Mississauga coming up. Look at that. You've got 120 of them coming. And a lot of these are simply not on the Toronto Real Estate Board because we specialize in properties that are not on real estate boards. That gives you, the fabulous news, the great news for real estate people is you can do both. If you can get a signed listing, you can put it on the real estate board. But if you can't get it signed, you can put it on the ICIWorld Society of Real Estate Brokers and Salesperson service that is helping generate leads, that is helping brokers make tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. We now have brokers that have made over $1 million. As a matter of fact, another interesting stat is that the largest sale within a couple of years ago was $28 million on the Toronto Real Estate Board. We've actually done 2 deals now over $50 million. And what I'm excited about, it was done by brokers and salespeople like yourself. You can read about these in the testimonials that are on ICIWorld. If I was to go to another website, we've got them for all companies, all websites. If you already have a website, we simply send you the instructions and you can forward the instructions to your website designer. Again, click on the hamburger bun and then you're going to see the exclusive button. It's the third one in this case. We think it should be prominent because when people click on that, what's going to be really nice is this comes up really nice. You couldn't ask for anything better for people to see. And yes, we have the for sale by owner. We allow the public to post information on ICIWorld free. Would you like to see them? Here we go. I'm going to click on for sale by owner, and there they are. Now, if I want to click on, say, Mississauga just for fun, I'll click on Mississauga, and look at that. There's over 349 listings that have been placed by the public here, absolutely free. But you'll also notice you cannot click on them. You have to be a member of ICIWorld to have access to all that. Now, I haven't had one person ask me a question yet, how much is it to join? If you ask me a question, how much is it to join, I will answer the question. But for some reason, we're not getting anybody asking it. And Doris and Diane and Harjit, I know you know, but I want to get some of the other people that are attending today to ask the question, how much is it? If you can type it into the questions and answer comments, then I would be very happy to answer how much this service is. But I'm going to wait for the question. I'm having a fun thing here trying to go through this with you to get a little response. Okay, so now let's move out of here. I'm going to switch the computer back to what we're doing here. Hold on one moment. And let me see, how do I do that? This is always tricky to see which one I'm on. Okay, I'm going to go back to the staff. I think this is me right here. Let me try it. Make presenter, here we go. I'm coming back to my screen. Okay, people, thank you. Now, when we do these presentations, I do have a PowerPoint presentation which I go through, which is sometimes just a checklist to get through things very, very nicely. But what I'm going to do is we started this session at 1 o'clock. In 12 minutes, we are going to have a break for 4 minutes. We're going to take a break for 4 minutes in 12 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to continue on here. And what I want to do is to just actually introduce myself to you. And where am I? There I am. So what's exciting about this service, I've been a broker for over 45 years, and I want you to consider me, though, not as a broker, but as a personal marketing and information assistant to every single one of you. The way I'm sitting in the front of a computer now, I have one-on-one presentations with all our several hundred members. To join our service, you really only need 1 or 2 hours for a little training program, which is done online. It's just an orientation. It shows you how to put listings in, and I'll show that in a moment. But I wanted to show you the experience that we had of working with over 1,000 brokers and salespeople and helping them make money. And it comes from experience of working in the business. So we're giving you advice from a broker's point of view on the internet. A website should have listings. If you only have MLS listings, that's only one way to make money. But you can have the exclusive listings on your website to make money. And then the websites that we supply also have other brokers agreeing to allow their listings to be on your website. You can have 3 networks of listings on your website. Looking at the website, you would never know the difference. If you put it one right here and one right beside each other, exactly the same, this one's got 3 networks and this one only has 1. Which one is going to trigger more leads? Obviously, the one with the 3 networks, but you don't know that until we show you that when people search and they click on the residential and commercial, and that's when you get to see all the websites coming up and what they have. And I'll finish off near the end and I'll show you some more websites on the computer instead of just on the cell phone. I'm also a CCIM. We recommend that you consider taking the CI 101 course, which every broker in the world should do. And when you make an appointment with me, and you do not have to join, you don't have to be a member to get some advice. We love showing all of these service to you, because if you end up getting this, like just going here and you don't even have to join, like today, you could just learn about this service, put it on your phone, and start searching daily to see all the new buyers and sellers. Call up somebody and you can go off and do a deal just like that. However, in order to put your information on the service, that's when you do have to join, and that's a case of $319 per year or $40 per month. Now let me just see if somebody asked that question. Hang on one second. Where the heck is the attendees dashboard audio? There it is there, polls, handshake, chat. I have a chat window. I'm surprised that everyone else doesn't have a chat window. And the polls are there, the handouts are there. There's handouts too, by the way, in your GoToMeeting control panel. There's actually handouts there. And I actually don't see the questions over there. Isn't that interesting? What's that? Okay, there is. Oh, people, I've been missing all your questions. Oh, I'm so sorry. People, I didn't realize that there was a question thing that I'm supposed to be clicking on. I'm learning this software. My apologies to everyone that's been typing since the beginning. Yes, 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 I can hear me. How much is it? Oh, and thank you for your great today and all of these comments. I really appreciate that. Thank you so very, very, very much. Okay, I see that I have to actually be clicking on the question, and I didn't realize that. And now I see it. I thought it was a separate line item, but it's actually under the attendees here. So I figured that out just now. That's how you learn. Okay, I'm going to move on, but we have the LinkedIn, the Facebook, and we suggest that you connect with us for all of this stuff. But the CIPS designation, that's a very important one. Certified International Property Specialist. We recommend that you learn about the cultures of the world, and you all can get your designation for CIPS fairly easily. The CCIM, a little more involved, but you have to really be committed, but it can help you make money for the rest of your life, and it'll help you invest and make money in real estate for the rest of your life. All right, now we're gonna just go right back to the beginning. We're gonna go through this a little bit quicker than normal because we've actually covered a lot of stuff. You'll notice that there's a number of different websites here. I'm gonna click on one of these websites right here. It's called WREILS.com. We have many websites that present all of your listings. When I say you, I'm talking about all the members' listings. We have many ways of presenting to the public through many, many, many websites. There's actually over 1 million pages that link to everything going on because we were the first ones on the internet in 1994. And I don't delete all those old pages. I don't delete them because people are still finding information. The information is still current, but the pages could be old. The information is still current, but it could be an old design website. We leave them all out there. Instead, we're building new websites. This is one of them. Isn't this nice? Commercial, business, residential, FSBOs. You come down here, the public can click here and add their listing. They come down to the bottom. That's the end of the website, people. All it says is there's contacts for over $100 trillion. There's contacts for over $40 trillion. We've totaled it all up, and that's what it totals for the, when people want to buy things, there's a minimum price and then there's a maximum price. We've totaled them all up, and that's what we get. And 75% of the commercial opportunities are exclusive, not on any other service. So this is a unique place, and we would love nothing better than every real estate board in the world to adopt this service as well alongside the MLS system services that are out there, and we'll make a case for it and we'll see how it goes. In the meantime, it's an independent service that's been operating since 1994, 25 years in the business. Now, I'm going to give you all a special right now. Listen carefully. If you miss it, you will miss the special. So anybody that's not listening, they're going to end up missing the special. Now, there was one hand put up. Let me just see. I don't know if I can understand handouts, questions. Okay, everybody can hear. Okay, that's good. Here's the special, people. You click on, mark that down, that website, NREILS.com. It's the only place in the world to get the special from ICIWorld when we do a webinar, when we do offer the special. I'm going to click on it. You can do this now. You can join right now if you wanted to, but wait until you hear the special. When we click on NREILS.com, it's called the National Real Estate Information Listing Service, ILS, Information Listing Service for brokers. It's there to help you make money with your information, not just your listings. You know, if I was to ask each and every one of you how many listings you have on a real estate board, the average would be 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe none. But when it comes to information, we're going to be teaching all of you how to have 15 opportunities on ICIWorld, and within 90 days of joining. But let me go here today because we're having an intermission in 3 minutes. I'm going to click on Join Today on NREILS.com. And when I click on it, you're going to see step 1, step 2, step 3. It's an international society of real estate brokers. We network information, mobile devices, and computers, reaching people in 138 countries regularly, over 40,000 IP addresses pinging all our various websites monthly. But let's go here, step 1 to join. And people, even though I point this out, we still get people making mistakes. You'll notice this says Canada, 240 for 18 months. Can anybody divide 18 into 240 and put it in the chat window, please? You'll notice this is for US. If we have anyone from the US listening, this is where you join, 240 for 18 months. We also have a monthly special. There it is, $30 per month if you wish. You'll see that's Canadian on the left side. This is US right here. This is US over here. Okay, so if you're Canadian, you click on the 240, and when you do, you just put in, wait a minute, 1 second, you put in your identifier, which is going to be your email address. You put it in here, and then you make up a password, and you make up your name, and you fill in your company name and information down here. That's how you do it. And then you join. Once you join, you'll see that there's a special thing here called print out the orientation. This is the red button right here, orientation. You click on it, and here is the complete instructions. This is a pilot's checklist for a broker. A pilot flies a Boeing 737, they still have a checklist. This is step-by-step procedure how to do everything on ICIWorld. However, you print that out, you have instant full access, but we're going to suggest that you also do step 3, make an appointment. We cannot have 1,000 brokers calling us in on one day. We're like a doctor's office. You can't have 1,000 people going for an appointment at one time or the phone ringing off the hook. Instead, you click on appointment. And then when you see the appointment come up, there's 60-minute appointment here. You click on it, and we have found that everyone that joins really only needs 1 or 2 appointments. And if you were to take maybe Friday, I'll click on Friday just for fun. These are the times that are available. You simply click on any time that's comfortable for you. We like the morning, 6, 7, and 8 a.m., or you go in the afternoon. If this is not suitable, you go to Saturday if you wish. And there's all the times on Saturday. You can do that. And that's how that works. You just click on the time, click on confirm, and then you put in your name and your email and your phone numbers, and you put your phone number and click on schedule event. Then 10 minutes before your time, what you do is you go to our special page called ICIWorld.com up here. And the second line down says webinar workshops. Well, you click on that, and the 2 of us will be connected, and then I am your assistant. You're the boss. But because I've worked with 1,000 brokers and salespeople, we know how to help you one-on-one make money. And I want you to remember our pledge: never go longer than 90 days with either making money or triggering leads. Now, there's something very special I'm going to play for you right now. We're all going through this pandemic right now. We're also social distancing. I'm going to talk to you a little later how houses are still getting sold. I know the number of sales are going down, but the people that are working here, keeping in touch, we're the ones that are going to be doing the deals when everybody else gives up. We have houses for sale. There's special ways to show it. Tell the people to leave the lights on so people don't touch the switches. Put on gloves. Put on your mask. Put on the booties on your shoes. Make sure you haven't been out of the country in 2 weeks. You do all these things. Commercial real estate. Let the person walk through the restaurant, through the hotel, see the piece of land. You don't have to be right next to them all the time. Keep your distance from everyone. You can still show properties. Some people are buying properties without going inside. We've got the reports of them doing that. Now, I'm going to take a break right now, and this is a tribute to all of the medical people who are putting their lives on the line. And if you or I get the virus and go to the hospital, they're going to be the ones that are going to be right there for us. This is a very special tribute that I heard recently from the World Health Organization to raise money. That was Lady Gaga and John Legend, Celine Dion, Bocelli, and others. And I'm going to play this for you right now and I'm taking a 4-minute break coming up here. And let's see that if I can play this nicely for you. One moment. Here goes. It's going to take a moment to load probably, but here we go. And see how you appreciate it. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to click on that and see if it works. Hold on.
I pray you'll be alright and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place.
Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. Sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia e di speranza. Ognuno dia mano al suo vicino, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. La forza che tu dai. We ask that life be kind and watch us from above. Ognuno trovi amore. We hope each song will find another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer. Just like every child. Just like every child. Need to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Sento che ci salverò.
If anybody has any questions, you're welcome to type them into the chat window there, and I can actually try to answer questions as we go through. We do have a couple of hands. Let me see what I've got here. I'm going to click on one hand here and see. I can hear me. Okay, very good. Market, lots of businesses for sale. How much is it? We've answered that question. It's $13 per month, which is affordable for anyone. Absolutely. Very good. Okay, so let's see if we can continue on. Now, there was someone that reported no sound. Is there no sound to the music? Doris, did you hear sound to the music? Doris? Hello, Doris. Uh-oh. Hello, Doris. Is there no sound, people? Anybody can report sound to me? Hang on. Can anybody report? Are they hearing me? I need somebody to confirm that there's sound coming in here.
Gary, the sound was great.
Okay, very good. I was just worried about that.
It's only when you came back and there was not sound for 1 minute. That's all.
Okay, very good, very good. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to continue on now, people. Okay, let's continue on. Now, the second part of our session here today is just as valuable, if not, it goes hand in hand with the first part. Without the second part, everything just comes together. You'll see here in a moment in terms of helping you to make money. Let's move on. We know there's 4 billion people on the internet, but you have to be careful because whenever you have an ocean of people now on the internet, there's a lot of sharks in the ocean. And when you deal with exclusive information of properties that are not listed, people can end up going behind your back. And we're going to be showing you today how you must not give an address, you must not identify a property. And we're going to give you a test in a moment too, to see if you can understand how to disguise your property, but still market it confidentially. And we're going to show you how to do that. So this is how much it normally is cost to join the service, $40 per month and $319 per year. But you know that you're all getting this special that I sent you to earlier at nreils.com, and you can all get that. It's a one-time special for all members in the world, or for all licensed real estate people in the world, a one-time special for all members. Okay, unlimited advertising and networking, trigger leads from your website. We send the instructions to you by email. You send the instructions to your website designer and they install the leads for you on your website. The next person that goes to your website has to call you on a lead. If you don't have it, you have zero chance to catch a lead. And if you do have it, the next person that goes to your website, they have to call you because they can't click on the message numbers. The app, you should install that. That's also free for you right now. You can install the app on your Android or your iPhone. Just go to the app or the iStore, the App Store, Play Store, and search for the words ICIWorld, all one word, and install it. You can be making connections with everybody. And the world can reach you in seconds and vice versa. You post something, it's instantly on the internet, over 2,000 other brokers' websites it's on. It's over 18,000 pages on the internet it's on instantly. And it's also sent out by the industry by email, 20,000 emails going out a day. We're on the front page of the Commercial Investor, the Business Exchange, the Commercial Exchange. That's a readership of 300,000 people that come to the website, see your listings, give you a call. You hop in the car, you go show the property, and you make $25,000. Connect, 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 connect. That's what the network can do for you. There's a major world network here. Now, you'll notice at the bottom, it says your membership can be free. How can that possibly be? Well, this is the internet, people, and I'm going to show you how it can be done. We've designed this service to be free. You have to join to get it free. Here's how it works. First of all, you get what is called our VIP card. Let me see, I think I've got them handy right here. Hang on 1 second. Where did I put them here? I had them here. They should be right here. Oh, there it is. It was on the next shelf up. This is called a VIP card. Okay, I don't know if you can see it clearly right there. Right there, it's the same thing. We're going to mail this out to you on your first appointment. You make an appointment with us and we're going to mail this card out to you. And this gives discounts on over 250 vendors, not only in the GTA, but throughout the world. I've got brokers that you can see there that they've saved money renting a car in San Francisco. That was US dollars. Another one saved the money for buying a laptop, Lenovo laptop, money to save on Panasonic. All these different companies have special deals where the end of the line where they put things for sale and they don't put it out to the marketplace, but they're putting it through this particular service that we have here. And we supply this card when you join the service. We actually mail it to you and we get you to log in and go in and you can see the discounts from time to time. This will be things like hopefully we're gonna this whole the whole outbreak that we're on right now is going to be over, so that someday we can go to the Canada's Wonderland and we can go to the aquarium and we can go to the CNE and all this kind of stuff later. And this will give discounts on all that kind of stuff as well. And also to theaters, Cineplex theaters, buying 10 tickets for $100 instead of $180. You actually can save more than the admission for ICIWorld, just the savings on that card alone. How else can you save money? Well, here they are. The second one is our referral program. If you refer someone to join ICIWorld, you'll get $79 off on your renewal. Your renewal will be in October, I think, of next year at $319. But if you refer just one person to join, you can get $79 off your membership, so that becomes $240. And the new person joining can join for $240 as long as they mention your name. So if they mention your name, you're going to get $79 off and they will get $79 off. So it'll only be $240 for the first year for them and $240 renewal for you. And some people say, Gary, what happens if there's 4 more we get to join the society? Well, we give you a 3-month bonus for each one. Theoretically, if you got 4 more people to join, you actually are going to get an extra year free. You get 2 years for your $240 the following on not until October of next year. But another great way to make it free is if you happen to do a referral, somebody calls you on your website on maybe a $1 million apartment building someplace, and they say, can you help me? You should say, yes, I can help you. I will have someone call you back. You are going to get a hold of the broker who's got that listing on your website from ICIWorld. You get a hold of them on the phone, call them up and say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral fee okay with you? That's a 5-minute phone call. It's averaging $3,000 to $10,000. And we've got one broker who's now done 15 of those. That's a total of $45,000 and for 75 minutes of work. So that's the kind of thing that can be done here through ICIWorld, from triggering leads to do referrals. But the big way to make the big money is to get some, in fact, I'll click on it right now and we'll just click on some testimonials to see just a couple. And I'm going to talk about a couple, how they did them. These are deals that were not done on a real estate board. These are deals that were done of an exclusive nature that were not on real estate boards. And you're going to see people talking about these businesses, large and small, over the years, and you can read about them. And we've got some brokers that have even retired after selling 20 properties. There's people that have made over $1 million here. And you'll see there's 10 properties successfully sold. Manzurbati sold 5 medical buildings here. We had one person, within the first 2 weeks, he had a hotel property. The people liked them so much they hired him. He now became the front man to go out and find hotel properties for that hotel chain. So there's connections are being made for everybody that's on here. It's really fantastic. There's a lady, Irene was just totally ecstatic. She had a check for $135,000 from selling a retirement home. She met them through ICIWorld and got the buyers and got the sellers together and managed to put it all together. And these are people that are just like you and me in the business. They all have a real estate license. And you can see them all kind of being done. You can read about all of these later and this is all with information that was not on a real estate board. Okay, let's move out of here and let's see if I can go back here somehow. All right, now people want to know what's involved. You're going to be in front of the computer all day long. The answer is no. You are not going to be in front of the computer. Here's what you are going to be in front of the computer. And I'm going to explain to you right now. What I'm going to do is, let's see if I can bring this back up here. Hang on one second. I just want to, oh, hang on. Let me see if I can do it this way. Yeah, I'll do it this way. Hang on. I'm going to go back to our website. There's only two things you do. Once you know what's going on, there's really only two things that you do on ICIWorld. That's it. The first one is you're going to search from time to time. You just search commercial, business, or residential. If you click on residential, for instance, you come down here. I'm going to change this to the GTA again because most of our people online, I think, are from the GTA. If you're from a different area, you put it in the chat window and I'll do a quick search. You come down here and search the database, and these are the latest listings that are coming in. Haves and wants. Look at that. And if you have, somebody that wants a 1-bedroom condo down there, you click on that. There's the information on it right there. And you'll notice control. Now she has a listing on it, but it's not MLS. Otherwise it would say MLS right there. So you can get a hold of these people. Just check these listings here. There's one for sale, coming for sale in Glen Abbey. There it is there. Okay, so you can be making connections with these people on a daily basis. So just search from time to time. And I'm going to recommend that all of the residential people also consider checking the commercial listings once a day as well, just to see what's going on. Because when things are good and you're driving around in your car, you can click on these business opportunities. And then when you do, you'll see that you can actually click on search database right down at the bottom right away. And there you can see the buyers and the sellers coming in right away every day. And so if you were driving by a hotel or a daycare center or something, you could stop in and talk to the owner, ask them 3 special questions. They say, sure, sure, sure. Bingo. You've got built-in buyers to show them right now. And then for the commercial people, you definitely should be checking this every day because there's new commercial opportunities coming in daily. And all you have to do on your phone, you open up your phone, you click on the app, and you open the app. When you open the app, it's the same thing as here. The same 4 choices are here for ICIWorld.com. For this WREILS.com, it's the same 4 choices. For the NREILS.com, National Real Estate Information Listing Service, it's the same 4 choices. And for ILS.realestate, it's the same 4 choices. On your phones, on the mobiles, on the apps, it's the same 4 choices, and we're building 20 more people, 20 more websites we're building, and after that, another 60. Believe it or not, we've got it all scheduled over the next 5 years. It's just more penetration of the marketplace. So no matter who and what you put on here, it's instantly going to be seen by somebody out here in the marketplace. And we kept the cost down so low that we can keep these monthly fees. We've had them for 25 years. We haven't changed it. We've left it. Now, the reason why it still costs $240 to join is because we don't allow the advertising to come in your face like this. I don't like having advertising come in your face all the time like that. I don't like that all the time. I don't like that. I don't like advertising in your face. If we were selling advertising, yes, it could be a little bit less, but it wouldn't be clean service as it is now. Now it's strictly clean information that you can see all the lists and get right to the average time spent on ICIWorld is actually 2 minutes and 30 seconds every couple of days. That's it. You spend a minute or two. In the beginning, you'll spend a little bit more, but after a while, you'll just come in here and check the latest listings. And if you have a buyer, you'll come and get a printout of all the properties that you could show them. But the second thing you do is this. You're going to, in the beginning, by the way, you'll click on seminar and we teach you how to do that. You'll see that there's 4 recorded webinars right here and you can listen to them. This is how to teach you all the 3 questions, which I'm going to cover here. We're going to finish off with that. And there's an orientation here that you see here, which if you missed the other orientation, you click on PDF file, print it out. You can actually play this video and read the PDF file at the same time. Here's what you really want: how to promote your website. What good is a website if you don't have any traffic to your website? So this is going to teach you how to do it. we attended World Search Engine Convention. We spent $4,000 to go to some of these things to learn how to do this. I was also in New York in the beginning of January. We spent money to go there to learn all of this stuff and bring it for all members. And we help you basically on a silver platter when you think about it, in these little one-on-one workshops, which we truly enjoy doing with each and every one of you. When you click on this play button, I'm letting you know now you can get $100 just for attending today's function, today's session webinar. You are going to get $100 by listening to that particular video. It's towards the end of that video. You'll get $100 towards advertising your website, $100. And if you trigger a lead and sell something, you just made $20,000 for free. Isn't that amazing? So this is what we're trying to do on this service. We're like an automobile club where we have just a basic membership, and then we try to get all these good things happening for you all along the way. The advent of the internet, we want to keep the prices down as low as we can. We've accomplished that, but you have to make an appointment, people. I'm asking you now. I'm going to give each and every one of you my personal number here. In fact, I'll show it to you right on the screen. Actually, it doesn't show here. There it is there. It is there. Okay, there's my number right there if you want to mark that down. But I'm going to ask, please, that you actually do not call me unless it's an emergency, unless you can't get into a webinar. For instance, if you make an appointment with me up here, and you can't get into that appointment and talk with me exactly on the hour, not 1 minute, but even 1 minute before, 1 minute after, you call me on that phone number. I'll bring it up again one more time. There it is right there. You call me on that number. That is the one time that I absolutely want you to call me. Don't be shy. Call. This time belongs to you. When you book an appointment up here, that time belongs to you. It's one-on-one, and then we can talk, and it's uninterrupted, just the two of us. That's it. And then we can show you how to do everything. Usually it takes one session. If you have a website, there'll be one more session. And then if you want another 1 or 2 sessions, it's fine, but I'm letting you know it's usually just 1 or 2 sessions. And that's because you can listen to these 4 videos anytime you want. We also have an educational YouTube channel, which I'm going to click on. Chances are you're not going to have a chance to go through that because every one of you are busy, but I want to show it to you because there are some people that would like to go through it. We actually have over 100 videos. There they are. That shows you the experience that we've had in the industry. There they are. The other thing, and every single one of them, it's going to go over these different things to help you make money in the business. But and also, I'm going to click on events here. I'm going to go down here because I think you should tell everyone in your office, tell people to go to ICIWorld.com, to click on this events, and you can go to some of our other website and click on events. When you get there, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see the first thing that comes up is a sample of some of our past events that you can see. So that if you want to see what's going on, you click on past events, click on that. And I'm doing this just to record it on the video in case somebody wants to see it later. They can see it, especially for leaders in the industry or people that can help set up seminars and webinars for your office and for your organizations. We're happy to do this for you. And you'll see the experience that we've got of holding webinars and seminars throughout the industry at all these wonderful offices, people providing great services for the public, all of these companies. It's just wonderful to see, and I want to thank everyone for the opportunity that we can do that. And for the ones who are thinking of making a decision, you click on this comments from attendees, and it's written comments from attendees. You got to go in there. They're all wonderful comments. I'm not going to take time now to kind of go over that. Suffice it to say that that's the past events. And then you're going to see something called Go to Stage, which is the recorded seminars. These are the latest webinars that you can listen to on demand. And when I click on that, it brings up this page here. And then you'll see that it's ICIWorld Stage, the Go to Stage. You're going to see on this Go to Stage a special program that is provided to us from GoToMeeting to present these webinars to you. And there they are. There's some of the featured videos that we did. One recently at the Oakville Milton Real Estate Board. We're doing one at the Georgian Bay, Southern Georgian Bay Association of Realtors coming up. Right at Home Realty Executives. There's Daryl King's wonderful man, wonderful office, wonderful salespeople, wonderful manager, just really nice people. You'll see the live upcoming ones. You can register for these. In fact, I think this is the other one that's coming up. Oh, this is the one today. This is another one for the Southern Georgian Bay. And there's another one coming up May the 27th. It's not on there that we have to add on there as well. But you can see that you can listen to those on demand, and you can actually show them in your office. If you're a manager, you can actually click on one of these and play it right on the screen for everyone to listen to. And if you want us to be on a phone remotely and talking, we could do that. But now it's going to be in the form of a webinar because we stopped doing them in boardrooms because of what's happening with the pandemic. Okay, so that's how to get to all of those, and we've just covered on that. Let's go back, and I think I can go, where am I here? One moment, please, people. Let's get back here. Now we go to member login. Now, the reason I wanted to show you this is the second thing you must learn. One thing, you search on your phone, that's it, 2.5 minutes once in a while. But the second thing you do is to add and modify and delete your listings once a month from time to time. And you do that by clicking on this add button. I'm going to click on add. Now, if you had a home in Mississauga, you're going to read these 4 special ingredients that you see right here. And we're going to teach you how to do this exactly as I'm doing right now. If it's in Mississauga, you type it in. If it's a home or it's a commercial property, and if, let's say, somebody says, you bring me in $1 million, I'll sell my place, you have to say approximately $1 million if it's not listed. If it's listed, you put the price in. It's like a classified ad in a newspaper. This is just like classified ads in a newspaper. That's it. But it's controlled by brokers. The public cannot cut you out of the picture like Kijiji does, like all these other advertising services in the world do. This service is like classified ads, but it's operated and run for brokers on their behalf. It's all broker centric. Now, when we type in, you could say double car garage, double garage, and you could say ground level family room. And you could type in more information here all about this particular property. Then you would choose Canada. How long would it take for you to do this? Well, a few minutes probably. And then if it was in Brampton, you could take Brampton, but if it was in Mississauga, you would choose Mississauga. And then those are all the different categories that we have: business opportunities, commercial, farms, industrial, office, shopping centers, land, leasing properties, and all that stuff. In this case, it's residential. Residential estate, single family homes. It's simply a home, and it's in Mississauga. You have to repeat it. And then you put in the price. And then the price comment, I would say it's coming for sale, and you could say price approximate. Now, let's say that people said, well, they don't want to sell their home until the pandemic is over. Coming for sale when the outbreak is over. Bingo, look at that. So a buyer who's looking around for $1 million home could give you a call and maybe talk to you about the home. And if it's over in 2 months, bingo, you've got yourself a built-in buyer by advertising this today. You can be doing this today. Okay, let's go down here. And this is without a signed listing. You talk to the owner of the property. You should be calling all the people you know. Now's a good time to talk to everyone you know. We copy that subject line and paste it down here. And here you can say anything you want. Up here, there is a limit of 160 characters. We're only up to 107, so you could say more. Now, when we advertise this property, one of the things we do is we add an internet link here that helps to sell Mississauga to the world. I'm just going to add the link to the City of Toronto in here. This helps to sell Toronto to the world. We'll explain that to you another time, how that works. But in our opinion, 90% of the brokers are missing the boat on the internet. They're throwing properties on the internet with no due regard to the location. When you think about it, the three most important words in real estate are being missed: location, location, location. So then when you finish that, you come down here and there's an item called control. And people, this is where I would get excited. Look at that. As of today, each and every one of you now know that you are no longer restricted to making money with just MLS. If somebody says, it's a FISBO, you call them up today, Kijiji, all those people are Kijiji. Yes, Kijiji's fantastic for you. It's fantastic. You call up somebody in Kijiji or for sale by owner someplace and you say, you know, if I could get you the price you wanted, would you consider selling? They're saying, yeah, that's why I got it in Kijiji. And then you ask them, would you pay me a commission if I brought you a buyer? Will you sign a 48-hour exclusive listing to cover your showing, cover my showing once I have a buyer? You should never show a property without having an agreement in place. And lastly, you ask that owner in Kijiji, would you give me permission to market it? They're going to say, you're going to market it without a signed listing? Fantastic. You're going to spend money to market my property and I don't have to sign a listing? Knock your brains out. They love it. And then in that case, what you're going to do, you could choose exclusive. You could choose know about. You could choose open listing. Or you could choose regular clients. Some of you are going to have your own clients that you're dealing with and want to sell, but they don't want to put it on MLS right now. A restaurant, if you called somebody in a restaurant today after this meeting and they want to sell, you know, all of those things. Now, you choose one of these things, and the last question on the screen says, will you allow your listings to be advertised on other brokers' websites? We always recommend that you say yes. That way your listing is instantly on 2,000 other brokers' websites. People, this is wonderful. Every broker that has a website is trying to get traffic to go to their website. Your listing is going to be on all these other brokers' websites that are trying to get traffic for all the listings in every market area. Our goal is to get you to come up in your market area. That's our goal, to help every one of you to come up in your market area. Now, I'm not going to click on submit information. What I am going to do is show you what your listing looks like. If I had added this, I'm going to go over here and click on latest world residential. Bingo. I click on that and look at that. Now, Dr. Tariq Malik, he's with a broker with Century 21. He's got a property in Lahore, Pakistan. There's a gentleman, Bob Muir. He's got a property in Wasaga Beach. Zara, she's got a property near Kipling and Steeles for $499. Here's somebody that wants a property downtown. Look at all these beautiful properties coming in every day. These are all coming in all day long, coming for sale, Oakville. So you can see that you can be connecting with these people and you can do a search. Takes you a minute or two to do a search, and then you just add your listing from time to time. That's it. Every 30 to 60 days, you update your listing, and that's it. So the only two things you do on ICIWorld is to add your listings from time to time. There it is there, add listings from time to time. My listings is right there, so your listings will come up. And then when you sell something, you mark them sold. Latest world commercial, if I used to click on that, there's a property on Queen Street. That happens to be an apartment for rent. Now, if you click on that, you'll see now this seminar, if you're listening to this video in the future, is being conducted on May the 5th, and you'll see that there's listings coming in daily right here. He's a broker with Century 21 Skylark. Give him a call and go from there. All right, so that's how all this works. You add and delete listings from time to time. That's what you do on ICIWorld. 2 minutes and 30 seconds once in a while, every couple of days, check out the new listings, make a connection, go show a property and make $25,000, $10,000, $100,000. It's being done on a regular basis here, and it gives you way more opportunities, because if you don't have a listing on a Toronto Real Estate Board right now, you're basically out of business. So we're showing you how to be in business with information, not just signed listings, such as on a real estate board. And the support that we provide, I've shown you before, just make an appointment and we're going to be helping you one-on-one. And we've shown you the educational YouTube channel. You can register for more webinars if you wish, but this is our special pledge, people, that every single one of you should either be doing business every 90 days, or at the very least triggering leads every 90 days. Otherwise, you should give us a call. So this is printed and published online. No member should go longer than 90 days without doing business. There's 4 billion people out here. We've been doing this since 1994. It's like classified ads in a newspaper. You're going to be getting calls, okay? It's just inevitable, absolutely inevitable. Let's continue on. I've already covered some of my credentials to let you know that if you said, Gary, go study the internet for 25 years, come back, make a presentation to me here today of all the things you learned that can really help me make money in the next year, I would appreciate it. This is exactly what I'm doing for all of you here today. Mobile internet usage, very strong. Every one of you must have a mobile website. Get all of your customers. This is the way it's all going towards these mobile phones. You know, you spend $1,000 on these mobile phones. The reason for that $1,000 is so that you can access information that's on ICIWorld that makes you money. Everybody's going on there. I know they do it for games and they do it for laughs and they do it for fun and they're spending time, interest sake and everything else. There's money to be made. You put ICIWorld on the front page of your phone and you go to it once a day. You just click on the app and bingo, it brings up the information on the screen. And then for some reason, oh yeah, there it is. It comes up. And then you click on commercial, residential, or business. It comes up on the screen, such as you see here. And then you click on search and up comes the listings all on the screen. And then you click on, if the first one interests you, you click on it. There's the phone number. You click on the phone number, and guess what? The phone will dial it for you right now. If I can get it to work. Anyways, you get the idea that you can call this person and go do a deal. That's how fast it works, people. It's wonderful, and it can work for you. Let's move on. Yes, it's open for only licensed real estate brokers and salespeople can join the service. If we have an area, such as in the United States, a few states that we don't have members, we'll allow a principal to join for first term only. But it's in Canada, it's all, you have to be a licensed real estate broker or salesperson. These are some of the other programs that we use on a regular basis. I could show you some of the beautiful things that these things do. Evernote, I have a complete list of about 45 different topics that I can be teaching on a regular basis here, and I keep them all in track in Evernote. All of these programs, I'm not going to go through now because we got a time factor here that we're working towards, which is 21 minutes left, and I've got a few more things to get covered here for you today. There's some other real estate apps. And there's some top commercial CCI maps. If you're listening to this later, you can pause the video and then you can mark them down at that time and check a lot of these out on your own time. These are some other wonderful instructors that are in the business that are helping me. And I'm wondering if you're here, Doris, if you want to unmute yourself and say a few words. Doris works with a special gentleman called Floyd Wickman. He's a trainer, and he works with a lot of other major trainers and friends. Doris, are you still here? Doris Perino. Are you here? So Doris is probably busy, but that was her chance for a few words here on behalf of what she does. She puts on some training programs, and it looks like she might have had to leave. Believe it or not, Doris was coming in loud and clear here, and she is actually in Ecuador and didn't get out in time to kind of get back here. Okay, let's move on. And Sabrina, wonderful lady. All of these people are just big hearts to help everyone in the industry. And if there's anyone who would like to maybe help us do instructions and help with ICIWorld grow it, please do let us know. We really kind of would appreciate it. Okay, let's move on. Lots of buyers, lots of contacts, high return on investment. I showed you sample testimonials from all kinds of brokerages in the industry. Literally everyone in the industry is doing deals, everyone. can do deals on our service. This figure down here shows that 99% sold without an agent of FSBOs. That means 91% sold with an agent. So really the bottom line is each and every one of you are the ones that end up selling the FSBOs, even though they think they're FSBOs. They all end up getting sold by licensed real estate people like yourself. So our program is very sophisticated in terms of getting listings for you and getting information to help you network information. These are all the different kinds of information that you could be working on ICIWorld that's not on real estate boards. We have the 2 databases. We allow the public to post free, but only the members can access that information. When you're a member, the public can call you directly. We do commercial and residential. Ours was commercial for 20 years, and then it was just a few years ago that we added residential, which is really doing swell, really doing well, and you got lots of opportunities to do more business with residential here, and it's growing. Readership is substantial. Subscription of emails going out to your listings within 24 hours are delivered to the industry. Over 20,000 people receive them on a daily basis. Over 1,500 brokers display your haves and wants instantly. It's tremendous marketing exposure. There's 18,000 pages, 2 million hits a month, 138 countries coming in on a regular basis. And we do seminars for real estate boards, such as you see here. We have one of the busiest booths at Realtor Quest, and that's because one of the statements we make is that you could have a $30,000 website, and it's not as powerful as the websites that we supply for $16.50. We've shown you that because of the 3 major world networks. Everyone's got MLS, which is good, but not everyone has all of the listings from a network of thousands of people that have these real estate websites from other realtors in the world that also have exclusive listings, and also all the listings from ICIWorld that you will have on your website, which is a total of 3 major world networks for $16.50. It's crazy not to have it. If you don't have a website, you definitely should be make an appointment, and we'll show this stuff to you how it all works. We're on the front page of trade publications, reaching over 300,000 people on a regular basis, are the figures that I've gotten from them recently of the readership. One person sees, say, this particular ad here, they end up going to the website, they see your listing, and bingo, they give you a call, you hop in the car and go show it, and next thing you know, you're doing a deal, all because of that. Now we're coming into the section on how to work exclusive information, and we're probably the #1 teachers of how to do this in the business. And so let's get into it right now and show you how to do that. These are opportunities on the internet, people. If somebody says, I want to sell my property, my business, but I don't want to give you a listing, what do you do with that? Well, it started, Bill Gates wrote a book after we started this service that just tied it all in. And I'm calling it business at the speed of thought. If you can take a thought out of your head and then put that thought on the internet where there's 4 billion people, people can see it. A home coming for sale is just a thought. And you're going to come up with some thoughts someday. Maybe somebody has a property coming for sale, in September, or they got to move, or a buyer, that's a thought. What do you call them? When you have a condo that's being built, I forget it. It'll come to me in a moment. But all of these different things in the business, wherever somebody says, I want to sell my property, but I don't want to give you a listing. And Bill said something else to Warren Buffett. The cost to publish your information, getting your information in front of someone. He's talking to us, to you, to me. Talking with people all around the world is zero or so close to zero, it doesn't make any difference. That is amazing. The internet is amazing. Our service, I think, is amazing to help real estate people going forward. I think it's every bit as exciting as the invention of MLS itself, because our members are sharing their information on your website and vice versa. And that was how MLS got started. You help me sell my property, and I'll let you help. You let me help sell your property, and I'll let you help sell my property, and we'll split. Those kinds of things are going on here nicely. So all of these things can be worked. and here's how it's being done. If anyone ever says, I want to sell my property, but I don't want to give you a listing at this time, there it is, people. You should take a picture with your camera right now. I'm only going to leave it on for a short time, enough to make sure that every one of you take a picture. You have that on your camera. And when you have an appointment with me, I'm going to say, do you know the 3 questions? I'm telling you ahead of time. I'm going to ask you this. Because if you don't know these 3 questions, and anybody who has not made money with ICIWorld, it's because they have not learned these 3 questions. It's so easy. You're driving through a car wash. Ask the owner of the car wash. If I could get you the price you wanted, $3 million bucks, would you consider selling? Would you pay me a commission if I bring you a buyer? Will you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing once I have a buyer? May I advertise your property? I'm going to do it without the address. Now, we've had people that did not make money with ICIWorld. And so I asked them. One broker, after 3 months, he came to me and he said, I haven't made any money with you, Gary. So I said, tell me, what are the 3 questions? He says, well, I asked the people if they'll give me a 48-hour exclusive listing, and they're not giving me the listing. Is that the first question? Or the second question? I suggest the answer is no. All he was asking the people was, will you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing? He didn't say the second part, once I have a buyer. No wonder he's not getting any more information. No wonder he's getting no answers. Those are one of the things that people are not. And then when they put it on ICIWorld, I'm going to show you in a minute, you must do it without the address. This is the first reason. You and I were all licensed and registered under RICO. We're all registrants. We shall not include anything in an advertisement that could reasonably be used to identify, that's the keyword, specific real estate unless the owner has consented in writing. So if you're going to identify a property or give an address, you must have the consent of the owner in writing. But if you don't give the address, you could say $1 million home, Mississauga, double car garage, ground level family room, overlooking ravine lot. You can say that without a signed listing as long as you don't give the address. But the problem comes in when someone calls you. They're going to ask you for the address. I'd like to drive by with my family. And if it's okay with you, if I like it, I'll call you back. This is what you say. When someone calls you and they ask you for the address, you make a statement that in this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. But if it's okay with you, I can show it to you on Saturday. You come to my office and I'll make arrangements for you to see it on Saturday. And then on Friday, you go get yourself a 48-hour exclusive agreement to show it. You get your broker of record to help you with this 48-hour exclusive agreement. You get your manager, you get your owner of your company, other people in the office. They know how to do exclusive agreements. If you go to the Toronto Real Estate Board and walk in the front door, just on the right-hand side, there's a room there. It's got exclusive agreements in it. Keep them in your briefcase. You have a chance to make money like you never made before. All of the people you talk to, every business person that you talk to, that's a chance to make money. All the condos that are not listed, all the condos that are for sale from builders, a lot of that stuff, they're not on real estate boards. You can put it, VIP condos coming for sale, those kind of things, all that kind of stuff, you can be working that here. And then if you have someone who has a property coming for sale in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you could put it on here. And if somebody calls you, you make a statement that in this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. But if you like, if it's okay with you, I'll put you on a list. And 1 second here. I'll put you on a list. And once I get the agreement signed, I will call you back. And if you're still looking, you can be one of the first people to come through the first open house that we have once the listing is signed. You can be building people on a list to go see that property. Let's move on. If I was to test you, there's 3 answers here. Now, I don't know if my forms are going to do this, but I'm going to see. Nope, I don't think we have it. Okay. Oh, let me just try. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to try to go to the poll and see if it's possible. If I have managed the poll, and let me see if I can just go here. No. Okay, so actually the answer is no. I'm going to have to close that. Hold on. 1 second, please, people. I got us just out of where I was supposed to be. Does that give it away, that first ad? The first answer is yes. The second answer is no. The third answer is I don't know. The question is, does it give it away, that ad? The answer is no, it doesn't give it away. It could be any place. But if I said it was at the corner of Huron, Ontario and Dundas Street, it actually would give it away, even if there were 3 or 4 restaurants there, because someone could go to each restaurant, talk to each owner, and then they could end up going behind your back, figuring out which one it is and buy it direct. And if the commission is 10%, which they are on businesses, that's $35,000 out of your pocket because you gave too much information away. This session today is about how to keep your information confidential. What you should say is just the way it is. Mississauga Restaurant 350, when somebody asks you about it, you tell them you have to put an agreement in place first, and then you make an appointment, have them come to your office and go from there. Toronto Triplex, if I said it was next to the Pizza at Ossington and Bloor, it would give it away. But the way it is here, it's not giving it away. Lindsay Esso gas station, believe it or not, it gives it away because there's only one Esso gas station in Lindsay. You would have to say branded gas station, 90 minutes to Toronto. The $30 million shopping center would give it away because there's only one shopping center that big. You'd have to say Ontario, $30 million shopping center, that's it. Real estate widgets, we've already covered that. Widgets that go on your website, they go on all websites. And you can have more than one website too, by the way, because websites are like billboards. And I'm going to actually show you some sample websites. How are we doing for time? Let me just double check. We've got 7 minutes here, people. And I'm going to show you some websites now that you could end up having. Let's see if I can do this. I have to switch to another computer, and hopefully I don't have a problem like I did starting today. But I'm going to make my other computer the presenter here. And I'm going to pop in front of this other computer, and I'll share the camera here too. It's all right. Okay, so I'm actually on another computer over here, and I'm going to show my screen. Let's see if this works. Okay, there's my screen, and let me open up here. And now these windows are, I'm going to close the, okay, very good. Now I'm going to open up this, watch this. This is called a favorites bar. This whole line all along there is called a favorites bar. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to right click on that, and I'm going to open them all. And oh my God, look at all these websites opening up all along the top there. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so that's how that works. It opens them all up. I set this up ahead of time. So I'm going to click on this one. And you'll see that this particular broker, if I click on the home page, this is this particular broker's homepage right there. But if we were to go to exclusives, he's got an exclusive residential and he's got exclusive commercial. If I click on exclusive residential, up comes this form, and people can do a search for any city at all. They can go down here and do a search for Ontario. They can do a search, and you can help people do this too, and they can pick any city that they want. And if they wanted Brampton, you could go to Brampton. And if you want to sort them by price, you can do price. And bingo, you do a search. And bingo, look at all the homes for sale in Brampton. And these are just listed, coming for sale. Now, here's the exciting part. If this listing here, for instance, it's in Brampton for $859, if somebody tries to click on that, they cannot do it. They have to call you. Chances are what they could do is they could copy that number. They could copy it. And they might put it in over here, paste it. And they might fill their phone number in and their information over here on the right-hand side. And they can end up sending you a request by email. Let's go to the next one. Here's another website that's coming up. And if we clicked on residential, you see my haves and wants. These are his haves and wants, for instance. Let's see if he has some here. He's got 4 of them there. He's already sold 2, least about. There's wanted for a home, coming for sale, Kingston, pre-construction condos. Isn't that wonderful? And then there's the residential exclusives, and there's the commercial. These are all the commercials. Let's go to another one. These are all home life realty websites, all these websites here. I'll come back to that one. Let's see if I can get some of these other ones open. I want to just start to get them open. I was hoping they would all open up, but they're not all opening up. I guess if I click on them all, I'll get them opening up. There we go. Okay, so there they are. You come down the page and you can see the information here and exactly where, oh, actually, I don't even see it there. Actually, 1 second, please. Actually, they've done something else special here. Where is it? 30 minutes winter top awards. They actually have it here someplace. Just listed office listings, private listing. They've got it under private listings. Watch this. They clicked on private listings. Come down here and look at that. They've called them private listings. And when you search the database, up comes these homes for sale. And there they are. Nobody can click on them. They have to call you. This is absolutely wonderful. Here's another one, Sukhjit Randhawa, and he's got properties here. There's his exclusive button here. There's the Ontario commercial right there, and come down here and look at all of that. If somebody's looking for a piece of land, you can come down here to subdivision potential condo townhouse sites and click on it. Would you like to have 200 pieces of subdivision potential condo land infill sites all around Toronto and area on your website sorted by price? If you show a builder this on your phone, you're going to bring up your mobile phone and click on it and show them these listings. They're going to get so excited, to deal with you. They're going to want more information on all of these right away. You watch. You can generate a tremendous amount of business by showing them. And they're going to put this, they'll put your website on their phone and they'll search. Now, here's what you tell them. When they go to your website, if they're interested in that one category subdivision potential, you tell them this special button here, latest. This one sorts it by price. This one brings them back to your website on a regular basis. These are the very latest listings coming in daily. So they can check. Here's one that just came into Milton yesterday. 100 acres of vacant land, future redevelopment. Townhouse project near Victoria Park in Eglinton. These are just coming for sale. People will check your website. They'll check it every couple of days, minimum once a week, to check these new listings coming in on a regular basis. The whole industry is out there gathering this information. You all are in the best possible position to search information on a regular basis and to put it on the service. Let me just see what time we have here. Hang on 1 second. Okay, 2:59. We got to finish here. I wish I could go through some more of these websites. They're absolutely wonderful. All these websites that people have here. Okay, and they've all got the links from ICIWorld on all of them, as well as, of course, residential as well. Okay, exclusives right there. There they are. And the FSBOs. You click on the FSBOs right there, and up comes the listings. And if you want all the properties in Brampton, bingo, these can trigger a lead for you. Okay, I can't get through them all in the essence of time, so I'm just going to kind of close that. And let me see if I can kind of go back. How am I going to get back to my own computer here? 1 moment, please. Let me see here. Organizer. Make presenter. Here we go. We're coming back to my computer on the other one. Okay, and I can stop showing the screen on the other one, I think. How do I stop showing the screen is the question. I got to learn how to do these things. There we go. Okay. All right, thank you for your patience. All right, let me just kind of continue on here. And how to promote your website, we help you with that. There's 40 different ways. It's not just one. We got a beautiful webinar for you to see after your website is set up properly. No hour pledge, people. No member should go longer than 90 days without doing business, or at the very least developing leads, good business relationships with people. Otherwise, you give us a call to deal with you. Now, there will be a survey coming to you. I'm going to ask every single one of you that's online right now. You're going to get an email tomorrow or the next day. Within 2 days, there'll be an email with a little survey in it, and I'm going to ask you. I'm trying to get them to allow me to ask it right now, but they don't have that capability. But I've asked them to fix it so that we can do it. But in the meantime, when you get the email, please, I appreciate your feedback on everything that we're doing here today. Now, one of the things I could do is, if you agree that you learned something today, I'm going to be opening it up to ask each and every one of you a question, if I may. One thing that you learned today, but before I do, I want to do a little poll on how everybody, actually I can't even do the poll because I've used all the questions in my poll. So next poll, I'm going to have to make more questions that I can ask more questions. Hang on 1 second. How do I do that? I can't. Do I have any? Oh, all the polls are closed. I got to add more polls to my questions here today. Actually, what I do want to ask is, okay, no. I think I'm going to have to just move on here in the essence of time. This is not the special that I'm suggesting you take advantage of, but this, 1 second, this is the special that I'm suggesting that you all take advantage of. The NREILS.com is the website that you can all go to now, and you can make an appointment and we can help you get started, but you can actually join right now and make an appointment and actually get started right now. But I'm going to play one more video to kind of finish off here today. And let me see if I can do that really quickly here nicely. You just hold on for 1 moment. And let's see, here we go. I'm actually going to play a little video to finish off here. Hang on. I'm going to click on that. And here we go. One moment. I'm just going to close this, and I'm going to move it on to our final page, which is sort of a summary of what's going on here. But I'd like to open it up, and I'm going to go one by one and just ask a nice question, if you don't mind. I'm going to start with, let's see if we've still got people here. I'll start, is Abby Jack Paul still here? Abby, hang on, muted by the organizer. Abby, are you here, Jack Paul? Hello, Abby Jack Paul. Are you here? Okay, some people might have walked away or had to leave for various reasons. I might even leave it open. Hang on 1 second. Let me just come down here.
Yeah, Daddy.
Oh, is this Abby? Is this Abby Jack Paul? Hello, Abby. I heard him. Okay, so maybe there's a sound issue there with Abby. Jack Paul, are you there? Okay, let's go down to Parmalat Kanthan. Parmalat Kanthan. I got attendees muted by organized. I'm going to unmute you. And Paramel, are you there? Paramel, are you there? Thilanikan, that's a big long name you've got there. Your email is thillip@yahoo.ca. Okay, so not answering. How about Haroon Avskal? Hang on. I'm just gonna try to click on it, and attendee is self-muted. Hang on. Self-muted right now. Haroon, you can unmute yourself if you can, Haroon. If you can unmute yourself, Haroon Zell. And let me see, go to the question pane. I'm going to click on the question. You did answer earlier some questions online. So it looks like, now if anybody can hear me and they want to, I just have one question. Is there one thing that maybe you learned today that you feel can help you going forward? And identify yourself if you're online. I'm opening up the mics here to everyone so that we can talk. I'm hearing somebody moving in the room. Is that you, Abby? Abby?
Yes, sir.
Jagpal. Okay, how are you?
I'm
just
very good, Gary. How are you?
I'm wondering, I'm doing fantastic. I'm just wondering how you enjoyed today's session.
It's beautiful, beautiful. Lots of things to learn.
Oh, very good. Can you maybe share with me one thing that you feel kind of helps you today going forward?
Well, it's one main thing is that we can do business before going. Not going in the office. I'm the online. There's lots of things now because of the COVID. So can't go office, can't go open house. But I learned lots of things we can do without that.
Very good, very good. Okay, well, listen, thank you so much for your comments. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it helps a lot, Gary. It helps a lot. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Ranjit Ball, are you there? Ranjit Ball.
Yes, Gary, I am here. Yes.
Very good. And how did you enjoy today's session?
Yeah, it's a very nice, nice tips for real estate you always provide.
Do you have one thing that you feel you kind of learned today that can help you go forward? Just one?
I think learning always is good, and something better to add my portfolio. I have learned today. So we are at home due to this coronavirus, and I am learning much more better.
Is there one thing that you feel you learned though that can help you right away?
The thing like the some of the listing which are not available on other websites like Toronto MLS, but we can find it which are privately listed or
okay, very good.
More better way to choose it.
And then we're going to teach you how to put them on here because you can make connections. Do you have a website there, Ranjit?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so how do you like maybe getting the widgets and you put them on your website?
And yeah, I already have it.
Oh, you're already a member here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, very good. I didn't realize that. Very good. Okay, let's move on. Thank you for your comments. And if you want a session with me just to update things, I want to make sure everybody is making connections to do deals every 90 days. So if you've been doing deals, fine. But if you haven't done deals, make an appointment with us.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Harinder, hold on, Harinder. I'm going to unmute you. There you go, Harinder Misan. Hello, Harinder. Harinder Misan, are you there? Okay, not there. Hang on. Let's see. Okay, then we're going to come to Harjit. Hang on 1 second, Harjit. Are you here at all, Harjit?
Yeah, I have been here, Gary, all the time.
Okay, very good. Well, I want to thank you for the opportunity that you gave me
Thank you for your time, Gary, all the time.
Oh, thank you so much for the opportunity to share this with everyone.
Hello.
And I have you to thank, Harjit, because you're sharing all this information with a lot of people, and you took the leadership here to help this information be shared with all the members of your company and all your friends and colleagues. And you'll also get it all by email afterwards.
Sure, we would.
And then if you want, the people that did not attend today, you can actually forward the email to all those people as well.
Okay.
And I'll also put it on our stage, the ICIWorld Go To stage, so that people can actually go to our events page and actually see some past events, which this becomes a past event here in a moment.
Sure, very good.
Very good. If you have any suggestions to going forward, I always like hearing from everyone as well. the one thing we did not get a chance was for Doris Perino to say a few words here. And Doris, are you here at all? I asked a couple of times during the session. I guess she's not here, or she's maybe stepped aside. Her computer's still open and in the meeting, but I think she has stepped aside.
Yeah,
And
she might have
Diana,
stepped aside.
yeah, maybe she has. Okay, and I'm going to ask Diana. Now, Diana is our seminar coordinator. Diana, are you able to unmute yourself if you're here? Yes, you are.
I just did.
Okay. I know if Diana wanted to show you something right now, she would show you her cat. She has such a lovely cat, and because she lives by herself, it's keeping her company. And Diana happens to be my sister. And she's also the seminar coordinator. And she's the one, she attended AREA, the Ontario Real Estate Association convention in Niagara Falls back in February. She was also in New York when we attended the Inman conference. And I've got something special, Harjit, that you can now start to share with everyone. And it's called the Inman Conference coming up in July. And I'm going to share this right now with everyone that's still listening. I'm going to go to events here. And I'm going to click on events on ICIWorld. And I'm still recording this because it's so important what I'm about to show you. When I went to New York, the tops of all kinds of companies were at this Inman event. And actually, we were getting booked to go to Las Vegas in July, and then this virus hit. The outbreak came, and it was canceled. Well, since that time, Inman has put on a virtual summit. So instead of spending thousands and thousands of dollars to listen to all the leaders of real estate, the MLS systems, the Trulias and the Zillows and all the major companies, even President John Michel from the Toronto Real Estate Board, he spoke there. All these major speakers are going to be at this conference, and you can listen to all of them from your computer. You tell me if that isn't fantastic.
That's good. And is there any registration required or what?
Yep, I'm going to explain how much it would cost normally, and then I'm going to explain how we have negotiated a special deal for everyone in the real estate industry can come to ICIWorld, click on events, and come down here, and I'm going to explain it over the next 1 minute. Inman, how Inman makes their money is they publish a newspaper and it comes out every day. I get it every day. I find out about what's happening in the real estate business worldwide every day from the emails that I get from them. But it costs $199 a year to subscribe. Now, because I'm a subscriber, $199, I can actually attend for $49 to attend this conference. This is unbelievable because we spend thousands to go listen to them in New York City.
Just to go there and live there.
Yeah. And now you can listen from your computer, normally $199. Or you can, if you're not a member of Inman, it would cost $149. But there is special link that they are going to give you the Inman subscription free for 90 days. Look at that. Free for 90 days. So you can get what I paid $199 a year for. You can get it free for 90 days. And if you get it free for 90 days, then you can attend the conference for $49. That's it.
Is this a 1-day conference or 3-day?
I think it's 2 or 3 days. I'll show you in a minute. I'll try to look it up. But that's where you go. You click on this link here. Hang on 1 second. I'm just going to click on the link. And when you click on that link that's on the events page on ICIWorld, you'll see that you get Inman free for 90 days, add on the ticket to connect for $49, and you have a 90-day subscription, and you buy that now.
Yeah.
Now, let me see if I can go to the main website and show you what's happening here. I don't know if I can do it here. Log in and join, Inman select. You can read all about it by going to Inman. I'm not going to sign in here, but
no, that's fine. I'll check it out.
Yeah, inman.com. Hang on, let me just go to the main website. And there it is. They're already talking about the National Association of Real Estate. There's all kinds of articles here. Artificial intelligence. It's just one thing after another.
Yeah.
All about the real estate industry. Now I wonder where the agent Inman register for Connect Now. If I clicked on that, I want to see the information on. You asked me how long does it last, and I'm going to click on this speakers here. Hang on. Let's go down the page, and you'll see all of the speakers that are speaking. There's the Chief Executive Officer, Coldwell Banker. This is the Council of the Multiple Listing Services, Katie Lance Consulting. She's fabulous with social media. Ryan Surfit, oh, is he ever great for a lot of programs? They're going to give you so much information, Keller Williams, and all of these different companies, Century 21.
And I believe they would also have a recording if you register for it.
And the recordings, the beautiful thing about the recordings is if you're a member of Inman, you get to listen to all the recordings. And you will have a 90-day free membership here.
Yeah.
Let me click on this one here. It looks like it's June. Okay, it's June the 2nd, Tuesday, June the 3rd, Wednesday, and June the 4th, Thursday. 1, 2, 3 days. You see that?
Okay.
And you can meet the exhibitors, general session, Tuesday. Anyways, I'm suggesting that in order to go to that event, you go to ICIWorld.com. Let me just review. Any of our website has the word events on it. Even our mobile sites have the word events. And if I click on our main site, all of these other websites are tools for Brokers Information Toolbox. You can pick the one that you like the best. Just click on events, click on upcoming events, and then it brings up the choice, and you can go down to Inman and register from that particular page. Inman Virtual Connect Summit. There it is there. And then you just click on, there's the link for the special right there. And that'll explain some of the things that I went through going to New York City, what we learned. It's definitely worthwhile, the information that you're going to pick up and listen to from how the industry is going. Let me just sign off here right now. Unless there's anything else you want to add, Harjit, I want to give you the last word. I'm going to stop the recording.